Tonight, News 5 Investigates has learned billions of dollars in life-saving medications are being destroyed as millions of Americans struggle to pay for prescriptions. Chief investigative reporter Eric Ross discovered pharmacies and drug manufacturers just throwing away perfectly good drugs that could help people in need, Eric.
That's exactly right, Elizabeth. Good evening. According to a survey from GoodRx, which tracks prescription drug prices nationwide, 42% of Americans struggle to pay for prescriptions, even with insurance. Now, we found medications all over the country going to waste. Tonight, we reveal the only licensed program in our state collecting and distributing those drugs to people who need them most. Life-saving medicine. You paid for it with your tax dollars. But we found it's being thrown away day after day after day. A 2015 study by the EPA estimates about 740 tons of drugs are wasted by nursing homes each year in America. Pharmacies and drug manufacturers are also tossing out perfectly good sealed medication too. Once it gets close to expiring, it's taken off the shelves and thrown away.
A lot of these medications were purchased with taxpayer dollars and then were destroyed.
Jeff Martin is the executive director for the Open Bible Medical Clinic and Pharmacy. He says there's a massive supply of drugs that never get used. Those drugs often paid for by Medicare and funded with your tax dollars. To combat the wasteful operation, his clinic started a program to legally collect and dispense new medication to patients who cannot afford it.
They're being used to help community members, neighbors throughout our state, and so I think that's a great benefit.
So you're telling me prior to this program existing, this unused, perfectly good medication would have just been tossed in the trash?
Yeah, and we would actually have paid to toss that in the trash because it needed to be supervised by a pharmacist, and then there needed to be a special disposal company to be able to do that. So it had a significant cost.
How many other programs like this exist in the state of Colorado beyond yours?
To my knowledge, none. I don't know of another facility or organization that's currently doing this. I think most people don't know, and most other facilities don't know about the program. It's something that flies under the radar.
Open Bible Medical Clinic and Pharmacy partnered with Serum, a nationwide agency connecting local clinics and pharmacies to surplus medications that can then be given to patients. Here's how it works in our state. Licensed care facilities enter available unused factory-sealed medications into the computer network. Right now, there's about 40 facilities who participate across the state. Those facilities then send the medication to the Open Bible Medical Clinic and Pharmacy here in the Springs. The medication is later sorted and distributed to clinics catering to patients who either don't have insurance or simply can't afford the out-of-pocket costs. FAUSTO LANFUR has dealt with this firsthand.
The insurance I have right now, I need cover 5,000 deductible for I start using my insurance.
Ironically, LANFUR is a certified nursing assistant.
And don't cover me. And there's a lot of people in my work with the same situation I have.
People are finding themselves having to choose between food or medicine or being able to pay their rent or medicine, and so they're cutting their pills or half, or they're skipping doses, or they're not filling that prescription at all because of the rising cost.
The clinic accepts most medications, including prescriptions to help people with heart conditions, high blood pressure, asthma, depression, and PTSD.
Donated meds will come to us from different facilities across the state. For example, this one came from Mapleton Care Center in Englewood. When I was in the pharmacy consulting arena, I used to see all of this being destroyed, and it was such a burden that it just didn't make sense. This is our taxpayer dollars at work. We are safely taking medications and redispensing them back to people that need it.
The clinic says it's helped hundreds, if not thousands of people in the last year, people who otherwise would not be able to get the medication they need.
I'm glad that our state has taken the initiative to change the regulations so we can accept these medications and be able to put them to good use. So are we at capacity? No. Can we do more? Absolutely.
The clinic says right now it cannot collect liquid or refrigerated medications as well as controlled substances. That's because the law does not allow them to do so at least not right now. But Elizabeth, for people who have PTSD or perhaps severe anxiety, blood pressure issues, we all know that medication can get very expensive even with insurance. And a lot of people don't know we have a facility right here in our own backyard that can help those people without insurance. Much more about this program online right now. All you have to do is head to KOAA.com and search for this story under the News 5 Investigates tab.
Wow, eye-opening. Eric, thank you. And as always, if you have a problem or issue you'd like Chief Investigative Reporter Eric Ross to look into, call our tip line 719-228-6275 or email news5investigates@koaa.com.